Tiny Gamer here, and I'm gonna be doing something a bit different here. So, I think I only done this once, and I think I discussed a version update of Genshin, where I just do gameplay and then I just do audio over it. So this is my second time doing it. And well, since 2.7 got delayed, might as well just discuss about, well, 2.6 Spiral this, because, well, there's really nothing special, because it's just the same Spiral Abyss that we had for over 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? A month? Yeah, I think we had this Spiral Abyss for a complete month. So, yeah. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna be discussing about 2.6 Spiral Abyss and how it goes. So, this is floor 11 first half. Yeah, floor 11 chamber 1 first half. And it's not really that bad, because you just micromanage every single enemy in the field, and then you just try to kill everyone as fast as possible so that the monolith does not take damage. So yeah, the team that I used is the Ayato, Raiden, Xiangling Bennett, and then the other team is Ayaka, because Ayaka is just too good for this type of chamber where you have to protect the monolith. She's just so good. Freeze comp is such a menacing comp. I think every single Spiral Abyss, there will always be an Ayaka. Ayaka's just too good. Ayaka's just too good, man. So yeah, with the chamber 1 second half of floor 11 with this team, I just used the Venti Ayaka combo, where Venti uses his Q, and then I use Diona to auto-target so that the swirl can be cryo, and then I use Venti's E so we can get the 4-piece Viridescent proc, and then we use Ayaka to finish things off. So that is basically the team I am rocking here. See, as you can see there, Venti, Diona, Venti again, Xingqiu, and then Ayaka. So yeah, I focused on this person in particular here because the Venti Q was handling everyone else except for this treasure hoarder that was throwing hydro bottles all over the place. Did not want him to be running around all over the place. And yeah, that is basically 411 Chamber 1. It's not really that bad. So yeah, there you go. 60% monolith is done. And this is the second half. This is, well, not the second half, but Chamber 2 first half. You get what I mean. So this floor in particular is pretty weird. In that, well, not floor, but chamber. This chamber is particularly weird because you need to bring mixed comps. You can get this done with the Raiden team, but you have to deal with these annoying Pyro Slimes and Electro Slimes. So that is why I opt for 2 damage dealers here. Raiden for the Pyro Slimes, and then Ayato for everything else. Yeah, so you can see here, just killing everything. And yeah, there's nothing to discuss about floor 11 chamber 2. It's just a bunch of enemies that you have to kill. And yeah. Anyways, enough about floor 11 chamber 2. Might as well discuss about 2.7 while we're at it, because there's nothing really to discuss about floor 11 chamber 2. So 2.7 just got delayed. Well, it has been delayed. And yeah, it's just a really boring, dry, like, period for Genshin, because there's literally nothing to do. The only new event is the Spices event, which I feel bad for the specific people who cannot put characters in their Serenity pot to feed their characters, because in order to get some of the rewards in this Spice event, you have to feed your characters in your Serenity pot. But you can't access the Serenity pot character features, so your characters will be stuck there forever especially if you have companionship level 10 or companion EXP level 10 on your characters in the Serenity pot. So they're just sitting there doing nothing, not gaining companionship EXP. So yeah. And the only person that I have, or the only two people that I have not level 10'd is Ayato and Goro. Those are the only two characters that I have that are not companionship level 10 or friendship level 10. So yeah. Anyways, here we go in floor 11, chamber 3. So the unique thing about this floor is that there will be wolfhounds and then there will be abyss enemies. But the wolfhounds are pretty easy as long as you burst them down really quickly. As you can see there, I used every burst that I can to burst these down really quickly. Corrosion is a pain in the butt. I hate corrosion, especially in the 2.5 Spiral Abyss where you have to fight the Golden Wolf. That boss was annoying, especially if you do not have Geo characters. That fight will be taking a while for you to at least defeat. So you have to like bring at least one Geo character on your team. It forces you to bring one Geo character on your team. That's how the Geo boss works, because you need to defeat those thingies. So yeah, Ayato just clean sweeped. Same with Ayaka here. I just do the Venti combo right here. It's just so good with these types of floors because there are multiple enemies and Ayaka's just going to be doing lots and lots and lots of damage. So I got pretty lucky here. Every single Wolfhound decided to attack me at the same time, which means that Ayaka's charge attack, which targets multiple enemies, was able to defeat all of them pretty quickly. And as you can see there with the time, I have plenty of time to spare. And I just did the same Ayaka Venti combo for the rest of the duration of floor 11, chamber 3, second half. So yeah, Ayaka broken, enough said. And also Venti is pretty broken too. And you don't really have to use Venti either, because you could just use Sucrose and you basically do the same thing. You can get the job done. I think Sucrose is a better character because of the elemental mastery it gives, but since my Venti has the Elegy of the End, I could use that bow instead, which also gives elemental mastery to your team. So that's why I didn't use Sucrose. But anyways, that is for 11 beaten, and it's time to 412. So at 412, it's... oh boy, it's hard. Like, actually hard. How hard, exactly? The second half is terrible. The second half of Chamber 2, Floor 12 is absolutely terrible. It's terrible. I had to restart 4 times. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. I had to retry 4 times. But, fortunately for you, this is a video and I can't edit this video, so I'm gonna be fast-forwarding Chamber 2, but I will be playing the first attempt and then going through the first retry. And then I'm just gonna be going to, well, I'm gonna fast forward to the 4th attempt where I actually beat it. So, yeah. So this is Floor 12, Chamber 1. The first half will be the majority of your time here, basically. Your main objective is to kill everyone as fast as possible. You could just leave 30 seconds behind. Honestly, when the clock is like at least like at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, you're fine, because the Ruin Guards are literally, well, they're the easiest to kill ever. I think I beaten the Ruin Guards here in 20 seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds. Yeah, as long as you have a good elemental comp, you're fine in this floor. But Ayato here has been a really, really big issue. I kinda don't like Ayato sometimes, because Ayato's auto-target system kinda sucks. Like, you will see it multiple times through this floor 12 run, but Ayato's auto-attacks and his targeting system sucks! It's terrible! It's awful, man! It's so awful! He sometimes aims at the wrong person. Like right here, I'm supposed to aim for the samurai dude, but it aimed for the treasure hoarder instead. Like, it's so bad. Like, it's terrible. But other than that, Ayato is pretty good. Pretty broken. And you don't even have to use Ayato here, because you could just use the Raiden comp and basically complete this really fast anyway, so yeah, you don't really need to do that. I think the most used comp here is the Raiden team and the Ayaka team, I believe, or the Ganyu team. It's either one of those two, but I'm pretty sure it is always Raiden. Raiden is just so good. Raiden will forever be good in Spiral Abyss. She's just so good. So good, so good. So yeah, as you can see here, just cleaning up the mess. And I have 7 minutes and 53 seconds to spare. Or more specifically, 53 seconds because I'm going for the 3-star clear. So yeah, as you can see here, well, we're gonna defeat this quickly because you know how broken Ayaka is. Ayaka's just so good. Like, look at this. And then I could do the Hu Tao. Hu Tao's also pretty broken too. Yeah, look at that, 143k. So good. Hu Tao is used as a sub DPS here, even though I built her as a main DPS, but we needed 2 damage dealers for Chamber 2 second half. It's just so terrible. So yeah, I'm gonna let this first run play through, just so that you could get a glimpse of how hard this is, and then I'm just gonna fast forward my way to the 4th run of this Spiral Abyss. So yeah, Chamber 2's first half, not bad. As long as you can get the Whopper Flowers lined up, it's pretty, you're pretty much all set. I'm specifically talking about Ayato here because I am using Ayato, but Ayato's E is AoE, so it's pretty good against groups of enemies, just like the Samurai in the first half of Chamber 1, and as well as the Whopper Flowers here in Chamber 2 first half. So yeah, Ayato could be putting out some work here. I would say that the true MVP here is honestly Fischl. Fischl's Odds just does so much damage. It does so much. It's so good. Odds is amazing. It's so amazing. Like, Fischl will become a machine gun as long as she's C6. And C6 Fischl is scary. Like, really, really scary. As long as you have like a good team comp, you're just good. You're basically just good. Cause Official's just gonna be doing a lot. But anyways, this is the Heralds, the worst part of the Spiral Abyss. You have to deal with 3 of them, by the way, and you have to group them up into a way where you have to hit all 3 of them at once. That is the best way to beat the Heralds. Do not, I repeat, do not let them split up. If you let them split up, you're going to be wasting even more time here. So, as long as you have at least 2 close together, you are fine, because at least you could focus the last one later. The strat that I use for this is basically just focus on the Electro and Hydro Heralds, and then focus on the Power one last, because at least with the Power one, at least I could do Shincho Ayaka and just focus on him alone. But the Hydro one is really annoying because it moves around. So yeah, as you can see there, I just died. But I think I'm just gonna be, I don't even have to fast forward here, huh? But I'm gonna fast forward as long as I keep talking. But so yeah, basically, you basically just attack, and then you just attack them in a group spot. If you don't have them grouped, then you're basically wasting time. So the main strat that I use is that I focus on the Electro, Hydro Heralds. Hydro's Herald, because he is annoying, he moves around a lot in the map. You do not want him to move around a lot, which is why I brought a freeze comp character, which is Ayaka. Ayaka's just too good for this. I needed to bring her. And then the Electro Herald, because he just takes away your elemental recharge, and takes away your E cooldown. So yeah, he's pretty annoying. Pyro Herald you could save for last. All he does is just do corrosion damage, which is not really that bad. So yeah, that is basically it. But anyway, I did explain everything here, so I'm gonna be fast forwarding until the end. So I will see you guys then. Alright, so this is the 4th attempt. As I said before, I already said everything that I needed to say. This chamber sucks. It just sucks. Heralds, the Whopper Flower section is fine. It's just that the heralds really bother me. But this is the attempt that I actually beat. This second half, chamber 2. It sucks. Like, absolutely sucks. I will keep saying it. I don't care. It just sucks. I don't like that. I don't like that chamber. That chamber is terrible. It's so weird, because it took me 4 attempts to beat this chamber, but I beat the 3rd chamber first try. Yeah, I beat I beat chamber 3 first try. And this took me 4 attempts. Yeah, you could tell how bad this floor is. Well, not bad as in like it's awful, like bad as in how oppressive it is, how you need powerful characters to take on this floor. So yeah, here we go, the heralds part. So as I said before, try to keep them grouped up, which is what I did with Hu Tao. I needed to get some free damage in, so I needed the queue to line up with everyone. So as you can see there, 153,000 damage. My Hu Tao is stacked. But this is what you want right here, is having both of them stacked. So there you go. There is 1 and 2, and then we could focus on the Pyro Herald right here. So we're trying to focus all of them at once while having everyone down. So yeah, there we go. Got Pyro damage in, and the Pyro Herald is going to be transforming. And here we go. So this is the actual factor of me beating this, is that the Hydro Herald and the Electro Herald lined up perfectly with my Ayaka Q. Like right here. Right here. Perfect. It's so perfect. Which means that we have a lot of time to spare. 44 seconds to defeat 1 Herald is, well, it's plenty of time. So we're about to get Xingqiu's Q here to defeat the Herald. And I'm going to be swapping to Ayaka to finish this off. So I keep constantly looking up, pointing my mouse up, to look at the Herald's bar. That's what I constantly do, because the Herald is just too tall, so I don't know if he's like dead or not. So yeah, there you go. I just beat it. 4 attempts. And this here, Portal Chamber 3, it's not as bad as Chamber 2 second half, but it is pretty bad. Because the Pyro Heralds will whittle down your health by a lot. And you are gonna see this in this run. So yeah, I had to close in both heralds together. That is basically the main strat you want to do in this spiral, this first half, is to group up the heralds so that they take as much damage from your attacks as possible, because you need plenty, and I mean plenty of time for the second half, because you fight 2 Hydro Heralds, and I already told you how annoying those I said those twice. Those 2 are. Those 2, well, you already fought a Hydro Abyss Herald. Imagine fighting 2 of them and trying to group them together. They're just gonna be moving around a lot. It's awful. So yeah, Ayato here I think dies, but a death does not really matter as long as the heralds are pretty low. So as you can see there, they are pretty low. Beto and Fischl just carry by a lot, and I did say Fischl was the MVP, and as you can see here, Oz attacks with Beto, and we have constant electro damage on this herald, whittling down his health bar, and eventually killing him in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yeah, pretty good. So this is the well, do really good the floor. That's how I describe this. So Ayaka's Q was lined up perfectly here. Perfect. We needed as much damage as we can. And then we got the Hu Tao Q right there to aim at both of them at once. Hu Tao is just so good. So much damage. As long as you have a good damage dealer and some elemental cops, you're pretty good with this Spiral Abyss. So yeah, as you can see here, I focused on both of them and making sure to apply the Blood Blossoms from Hu Tao so that we could do constant Vaporize so that we could take down the shields really quickly. So here's what I did. I lured the heralds together so I could line them up with a Ayaka Q. So right here is perfect for an Ayaka Q right here. I think I do it in a bit because this herald's just gonna walk up to me. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this Q essentially saved my run because I only had a few seconds on the clock. So yeah, that's what I meant by these heralds were oppressive. They just hammer down on you. They give you no mercy. They gave you no time to breathe. But as you can see there, every single floor, 36 stars. So that is how you do it. So yeah, well, I do here claim other rewards and show my build. I will talk about my build in a second, but I will just say, MiHoYo, or the Hoyoverse, just release 2.7 and give me Yelan. So yeah. Anyways, here I think I spent a good minute trying to find Fischl, but yeah, here's my Ayato build and everyone else's build, as you can see here. I will be just talking about 2.7 here because I don't really need to discuss my build if I am showing it. So yeah, 2.7, well, I hope that Yelan is at least going to be in the first half. I think it's probably going to be in the first half with, well, I think, I hope that Kazuha gets a rerun. If not, and if it's just Zhao, then, well, I guess I'm not summoning. So I might just summon Yelan because her Q is just so good. And her bow is really good too. So she's just better Xingqiu in every way, except that Xingqiu gives damage reduction, so I still think Xingqiu is still the better character. So yeah, if they do release Zhao, then I'm not gonna summon. So yeah, there you go. And I think the second half is probably gonna be Ito, because we have the Ninja Girl as our 4-star, and she is part of Ito's crew. So I assume that Ito's probably gonna get a rerun as well, along with her. So I hope that I could pull her before I pull Ito, because I don't really need a Geo DPS. I don't need a Geo DPS at all. So yeah, yeah, it's been really dry in Genshin. There's really no content to cover here. I mean, it's just, well, it's just waiting for 2.7, the game. All we have is the Spice event. I feel really bad for the people who cannot access their Serenity plot third place characters, though. Those rewards will not be claimed for them, which sucks. It just sucks that they can't complete the event. They actually can't complete the event. And I also feel bad for the characters. Well, for the people who have their characters Friendship 10. So yeah, they have to feed food and they don't get companionship EXP for their other characters. So yeah, it's pretty sad. The only character that I can feed is Goro, and Goro is what, friendship level 9. So after Goro gets friendship 10, I have no one to put in the Serenity pot because Hoyoverse won't allow me to put them in because the Serenity pot is in maintenance. So it just sucks. But time to talk about the Spiral Abyss while I'm here. So the true MVPs for this Spiral Abyss are obviously the DPSs, of course. Ayaka, and Hutao were the main DPSs that just carry this team. We also have our supports as well. Xingqiu, Fischl were really good. Beto's just there for the Q. Bennett is there for the heals. Bennett is such a good character. So good. And Diona is also good too. So yeah, that is basically it for this Spiral Abyss commentary. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Do all those YouTube things. And well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, we could have some actual content.